Yo, welcome back to another episode of Player versus Team, aka PVT, and we are back. Y'all know I'm back with my main guy, Steaming Willie Beaming. What up, Bishop Big Dog?
What's up, man? What's going on with you?
Hey, man, you know it's another day, another dollar, and another subject to talk about. First and foremost, happy Halloween to everybody over there, everybody out there in the world. Hope everybody is safe tonight. Happy Halloween to my co-host as well.
Check the candy.
Check that candy. And remember, parents, there is always a candy tax. Now, I'm a gummy person myself. You feel me? I need the gummy candy for sure. And I need at least 3 Reese's from every single kid's bag. Now, like I said, that's just me. My boy Willie may have some other sentiments about it.
I need that vanilla Tootsie Roll. I'm gonna need about 4 or 5 of them out of every bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna need some Reese's cups.
Yeah, see, I feel like it's universal for every single parent to have that Reese's cup tax. I need a few of those. You gotta come up off those. You feel me? It is what it is. All right, now, quick show today, quick little rundown today. We're not gonna take up too much of your time, just like last week. Let's go ahead and jump into it. The LA Dodgers, Los Angeles has won the World Series, man. We talked about this a few times throughout the past couple of weeks. Now, we originally thought this game or this series was probably going to end up going 7, considering the 2 juggernauts that were gracing the stage. Didn't happen. Didn't happen at all. Dodgers got them boys out of there in 5. How we feeling, big dog?
I feel great. The Yankees got 27. So that's enough. And it's there. Look, the bats didn't come alive for the Yankees. The bats didn't come alive. And they didn't even try to produce any runs. Aaron Judge's postseason woes continue.
Yep.
I really think that that's something he's gonna have to fix at some point. And the Dodgers in Game 5, the Dodgers came back and took it. But in hindsight, they had to, because you don't want to go to New York in Game 6.
Ooh, absolutely not.
That's something you don't want. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to open that door for them to creep back in. So it was a must-win for the Dodgers. But they did it. They got their 8th. So congratulations to them. We'll see if they'll be able to repeat it, because the NL should be better next year. A healthy Atlanta team should come in there and do a little something. So we'll see. Mets might come back retool. Pete Alonso will probably be in Atlanta off a trade to get some middle relievers. But we'll see about that. But yeah, congratulations to the Dodgers. Well deserved. Yankees, you got 27. Be happy.
I mean, yeah,
be happy.
But like we said, we talked about this earlier in the week, man. And like Willie said, the bat just did not come alive for the Yanks, bro. Oh my gosh, it was so tough. And it's crazy because go ahead.
I didn't understand, because I don't understand why the Yankees, and I get the complexity of the situation when it comes to that Dodger rotation, because you have Betts and Freddie Freeman right behind each other.
Yep.
But still, why are you pitching to Freddie? Why? Why?
I mean,
he killed him and his fake teeth. You can't tell those teeth ain't fake. You can't tell me those teeth ain't fake.
Them for sure fake. He got them. He got them good money veneers.
He got them good money veneers, boy.
Okay. Them good money veneers, man. But I mean, I think the Yankees fell into a rut, right? I think they fell into a rut to where they couldn't necessarily get out of, and I think they realized that after Game 2. It was interesting to me that throughout this whole thing, because you said something that I thought was interesting, that I've always thought was interesting. Aaron Judge, man, his postseason woes.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a good look.
No.
This isn't a good look at all.
You have been there or performed well, and this is not me talking about him as a person because I'm quite sure he's a fine gentleman.
Absolutely.
But we're here to look at his performance on the field, on the field of play. And during the postseason, he hasn't been playing very well. And I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if it's an approach. I don't know what it is, but he really needs to fix that.
Yeah, it's not a good look, bro. I'm sorry. It's just, when you have the dominant season that you have in the regular season, but then follow up a postseason with struggling like that, like visibly struggling. It's not even like, first game jitters, like, okay, maybe like get him out of the first inning. All right, he's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Like, this is game 5, bro. By top of the 5th, dog. And you got bad blunders, bro.
Yep.
Like,
and picture it. If game 4 wasn't a bullpen game for the Dodgers, that's what it was. Game 4 was a bullpen game for the Dodgers.
Bullpen game.
If that wasn't a bullpen game for the Dodgers, they took it serious. It could have been a sweep.
Definitely.
It could have been a sweep.
Which, and that was my ultimate thing. I'm just like, okay, right. We're expecting big things out of not just the Yankees, but Aaron Judge, right? A lot of people have been, trying to prophesize him as one of the best players in baseball. And definitely, I get it. He definitely is one of the best players in baseball. But I just feel like to put that narrative together, you got to be able to put it together at all aspects of the game and all aspects of the season. And we understand that baseball is a long season, but Rocktober is a different game, bro.
Yep.
I've seen the best of teams flame out in the first one. Like, we just look at the Dodgers last year. They didn't even make the playoffs last year. So like, that's the reason why I'm just like, okay, well, looking at what you did in the regular season and to pair it up with just bad swinging, like outside of what game 2, I believe, or game 3, where he had that big home run that brought him, I think, within 1 run. It's just like, bro, you've been bad at the plate, horrible defense, bro. And then just to pair that with the Yankees struggling with pitching. This is the reason why I'm assuming they brought in another pitching coach. The Yankees struggling with pitching, just bonehead. When I say bonehead blunders, bro, like, I was legitimately shocked. I was legitimately like dumbfounded to I was like, bro, am I watching Yankees baseball? There's no way y'all are letting this rock. Are y'all serious? Like, and just this past game, when you're looking at it, they have like a 6-run lead at the top of the 5th. You get a drop from Aaron Judge. You got nobody at first. Right? You give up 2-3 big runs. I'm like, what is all in 1 run, and you got 2 outs. You 1 more out, the inning's over. I'm like, what is going on? There's no way. There is no way you guys are letting them back into this game. By the merit of your own mistakes.
Mental errors.
I wasn't doing anything special that day.
Mental errors,
bro. I was legitimately shocked, dog. I had no idea. I was like, bro, there's no way that they're gonna let the Dodgers back into this game just based off them playing horribly. And I'm glad that you said it, because I was gonna say it like the Dodgers came in like, yeah, no, this is a must-win game for us. We're not going back to New York.
We ain't going back. Can't go back. You can't.
Like,
you had to close it. You had to close it. Yeah,
we're not doing that.
Yep.
They're not gonna be out there leaning back on us no more. They're not bringing out Fat Joe again. Yep. All right? We're not gonna give them a chance to bring out fucking Joe Budden or 50 Cent. Like, nah.
Exactly. And I think the thing that got me the most, you saw all those celebrities out there in the crowd with their Yankees gear on, and they had to go home and look like dumbfounded, like, what the hell just happened? That was funny as hell to me. That was funny.
I was so surprised to see how many Yankees fans there actually was as far as celebrities. Because when you talk about celebrities, a lot of them, they have their they have their specific teams, right? But like the Yankees, they really brought out, all the bells and whistles, man. They brought out all the celebrities, brother. I was like, okay, well, I mean, how do y'all feel about being down 3-1 right now?
Yep.
Like, it's not a good look. And then you just to think about it like this, right? Now, what happens with Juan Soto?
Good point. Good point.
Because he's already said that he's open and willing to go basically anywhere.
Good point.
Looking at the Dodgers and how much money they throw at people, would it be crazy?
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be.
That's what I'm saying. Because and that's the reason why I put, Dynasty Hour as the thumbnail. Because I'm like, okay, well, the Dodgers, their last one was 2020, right? We understand that they won this one in 2024. They won again in 2018, but lost to the Red Sox, right? Are they the next true dynasty in baseball? Or are we going to see somebody else come up just like we've seen in the past few years, come and take that reign over, right? And it's just kind of a one-off kind of thing, and it's just going to keep kind of going back and forth. Or
I think it's more of a one-off type of thing because, like I say, you got a healthy Braves team coming back into that thing.
Very true.
You're gonna have a reworked Mets team coming back.
Also very good.
So you're gonna have some teams up there that's gonna challenge for sure. And I think it's a one-time deal. You caught lightning in a bottle. Lightning in a bottle. You got Shohei to an extent a really good deal.
Yeah.
That didn't hamstring you from going out to get like a Juan Soto or somebody to that effect. You also you made the playoffs. You didn't choke. You was pretty much solid all the way through the playoffs. Lightning in a bottle can happen. And if it's every 2 years, every 4 years, lightning in a bottle can strike. And I think that's what happened this time.
I think that's true though. I think they caught lightning in a bottle, but mainly I think they just started playing good baseball at the right time.
It got hot.
Yeah, they got hot. And
like the NCAAs.
Yeah,
you get hot at a certain time.
And I think it's just like really all sports, right? Like, how like the team in the NFL, they start undefeated, but then they may start to cool down for a while, but then in the playoffs, they ramp it right back up. I always say if an undefeated NFL team or undefeated team is going to need to lose at some point in time as a form of a reset in order to go on a run to win the championship. So, when I was looking at the beginning of this baseball season where, you got, the Rays, like you said, the Rays are going to come back healthy. I was looking at them being one of the best teams in baseball. San Diego always kind of being in the mix. Of course, you got the Yankees. Of course, you got the Mets, right? The Braves and all these respective teams. But a lot of people weren't necessarily talking about the Dodgers. And I always feel like that's a scary thing when you look at one of the best teams in the league, but people aren't necessarily talking about them. That's kind of scary. So, because that means that they're not really worried about winning early, but they're more so winning late and putting together good baseball late. And I think that's what the Dodgers did. They understood their hitters, they understood their pitching, they understood their defense, and they understood that with specific lineups out of the pen, we can win this series really convincingly without having Shohei pitch because we know he was going through the shoulder injury, right? Without mixing up our lineup, without having to change up a lot of the defensive strategies and a lot of the pitching strategies that we have, we can just win as a team. Even though the Yankees is out there trying to cheat and shit.
I do want to say this though, and I'll say it again. I said it once before in this show. I'll say it again. The way these two teams went at it to get there isn't necessarily the only way to do it, because if you go back and look at their payrolls are huge.
Very huge.
That's not necessarily a way that you have to get there. That's just one way that you can get there. There's other ways you can get there too. You don't necessarily have to have a big inflated payroll. Look at the Mets payroll. That's kind of a big payroll too for them. So, but you don't necessarily have to have that to have a postseason success.
Yeah, that's true. I think you just have to have you have to have players that know each other, players that play well together, players that understand situational baseball, and just players that ultimately fit, right? Good pitching along with solid to, above average hitting, right?
Yep.
If you can have some good defense along with some good hitting, right? It may make up for your lack of pitching, right? If you can have good pitching with a solid defense, it may make up for your lack of hitting. So it just kind of depends on the combination and the type of manager that you're going to be able to have and the type of team that they're going to be able to piece together. Because I just think a lot of teams, you know, they're like you said, they're going to be healthy next year. They're going to be up on the up and coming. So who's to say they won't end up like the Dodgers and catch fire or hit lightning in the bottom late? So it's really interesting to see. But the interference that happened a few games ago with the fan and Mookie Betts in the back in the outfield. Do you think there needs to be some type of rule change for that?
I think so, because it messes with the flow of the game. You know, in my opinion. Somebody asked me that yesterday. I was on a show, Coffee and Sports in the Morning, and they asked me that yesterday, and I said, they asked me, well, you were a Mets fan. I said, yeah, I'm a Mets fan. Yeah. If that was your team, would you feel some type of way? I said, yeah, because it disturbs the flow of the game. Yeah. And they were looking at me like, really? Because that guy needs to be a hero. No. And it disturbed the flow of the game. And Mookie could have been hurt. He could have had a hand injury, a wrist injury. He could have had something. And you know, in baseball, it's not like any other sport. Yeah. When it comes to an injury, you could injure a digit and be out the rest of the series. So, yeah, I just thought it was dumb. And I think that's something that needs to be controlled. Watch they go back to putting up the cages. Watch.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Because you can't. This is the thing I have with situations like this, bro. Like, and for, you know, people to say that, oh, well, he'll be a hero, and it's like, no, bro, that's not okay.
No, it's not.
Like it, and I look at it like basketball, right? Goaltending, right? Is it over the cylinder? Is it not? You feel me? Is it over the wall? Is it past the wall? Is it not, bro? Don't be reaching in trying to make a fucking play. You're reaching in the field of play now. Like, you're making yourself part of the game.
Yep.
And you're slowing down, you're ruining the game. You're slowing down the game. That makes it seem like you're trying to cheat the game of baseball, bro. And me personally, I'm sick of seeing that. I'm sick of seeing people trying to cheat the game of fucking baseball, bro. I love baseball. I grew up watching baseball. Baseball was one of my favorite sports until I found out that all of these guys were trying to cheat the game by, you know, trying to up their batting average or get stronger so they can hit further. Like, nah, bro, just play the game how it's supposed to be played. Right. And you can't have the interference and have this guy looked at as a hero because he does it for your team. But if it was the opposite side of the way, if that was Aaron Judge in the outfield and there was an LA Dodger fan out there grabbing at his goddamn forearm, or
all hell would have broke loose. All hell would have broke loose.
All hell would have broke loose, bro. Like, and looking at the video, like, the act was absolutely diabolical, bro.
Did you see his face?
Bro,
come on now.
You look like a legit supervillain.
Yeah.
To take the ball out of that man. That was the crazy part, bro. It wasn't like he missed, right? Like I would all right, like you missed. You feel me? Like he caught and landed in his shit, right? You missed it. Bro, caught the ball.
Yep.
Bro, it was included. And you literally, bro, he was talking about, like, I seen the interview on Barstool Sports. He was like, oh, I didn't even know my boy grabbed his forearm or whatever the case may be. I was trying to make it seem like it was only me. Bro, y'all tag team jumped that man.
They did.
Like, one held his arm and the other one is holding the glove, ripping it open and pulling the bro, are you serious?
That's why I said old boy could have been hurt. He could have been hurt.
Wrist contusion, wrist injury, forearm injury, hand injury, shit, even a finger, bro. You ripped that type of sport.
And baseball is that type of sport. If you get one of those minor injuries, that can set you back games, if not the series.
Bro, it's the smallest thing, bro.
Yep.
It is the smallest thing, bro.
Yep.
In baseball. Like, we all know that, dog. The smallest thing in baseball. And you ripped the ball out that man's hands. Like, and you thought you deserved to be a hero? To be
That
praised,
was
to be praised for
stupid.
that.
That was stupid. I thought it was dumb. I thought it was stupid, and it made no sense to me whatsoever.
You
None.
ruined
If
the
you would,
integrity of the game.
yeah. If it, and like you said, if he missed it, okay, fine. It lands in your lap. He missed it. I got you. That wasn't the case.
That wasn't the case, bro. You snapped,
Nope.
you ripped it out of his hand, out of his
Yep.
whole glove.
Yep.
It was we all seen it. HD, bro, 1080p. The glove is closed. And you literally tag team 3D jumped this man. WWE tag team champion jumped this man, bro. Like you had his wrist.
That's like when Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin attacked Swerve and old boy in AEW.
Oh,
Come on, man.
no, you
Come
see
on,
what I'm saying?
man.
Like you had him in what was a crippler crossface for his wrist.
No, it makes no sense. It makes no sense for you to include yourself in a game like that. And like I say, if you'd have missed, okay, it landed in your lap, I got you. Free roam. But that wasn't the case. And you shouldn't have involved yourself like that.
Exactly, bro. Let the game play, bro.
Yep.
Like that's the biggest pet peeve I have with sports fans nowadays, because I remember back in the day, right back in my day, you know what I'm saying, the good old days, you know what I'm saying? You can just go to a game, bro, get some popcorn, get a nice little glizzy. That's what they call it now, you know what I'm saying? Nice little drink. You can get a brewski. You can sit there and you can watch the game, bro. Now, everybody want to be famous. Everybody want their 10 seconds of fame. Everybody want to be part of the game. Everybody think they can do what athletes do. Bro, if you could do what he does, you would be on the field getting paid millions of dollars doing what he does.
Exactly.
But you can. That's the reason why you get paid a lot of money for your job, probably, which is why you can afford those season tickets and up close. But that doesn't mean you can. I swear, my biggest pet peeve is when motherfuckers go to an event, a sporting event, any live event, and choose to act like dickheads. Like if you just are going to act an ass at an event like that, stay home.
Your job is to cheer or boo.
That's it. Cheer and or boo.
Yep, that's it. Support your team or boo the road team.
And don't support the other team. That's it, bro. But
yep.
All of this extracurricular bullshit that y'all be trying to do on the field and to try to do with athletes. And then when they have a problem with it, y'all want to try to come out and be all sensitive and play the victim like you just didn't do shit. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Get your ass back and watch the game that you paid for. Like,
oh yeah, definitely gotta have accountability. Definitely.
Yeah, like the hecklers, the motherfuckers who want to sit up here and talk shit all day and call athletes out of their names. And you can boo an athlete. You can tell an athlete he sucked. You can tell an athlete he trash. But as soon as you start calling the athlete out his name, as soon as you start trying to interfere with the game, making it personal for these athletes, because at that point in time, bro, you assaulting that man. That's essentially what it was.
Yeah.
You made it personal.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Like Willie said, if they pull up the cage again, I wouldn't even be mad, bro, because
you can't be mad because you have baseball's job is to protect the players. It's a damn shame you have to do it from the fans, but that's their job. So that's why I'm not shocked if you see those cages go back up again. I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be either, bro. And I think it would be appropriate just looking at how many times that's happened, right? And we know how bad. And that's the thing. People gotta understand, because I know there's a lot of new fans, right? I just said this yesterday. A lot of new fans that are new to the game of baseball. So y'all gotta understand how baseball works, right? The ball is in the field of play until it touches something that's not. So even if it's a foul ball, even that motherfucker gets to sailing. If the fielder or the baseman, if he think he can get it, he's gonna go get it. And that means even if it's in the crowd, it's just like basketball. If the ball hasn't touched anybody out of bounds, it's still a live ball.
It's a live ball. So you have a right to go get it
to the crowd, and you can't. That's a part of the game. That's a part of baseball. So you can't make yourself a part of the game. Just sit back and enjoy it. But when y'all get to doing all this other extracurricular activities, and then motherfucker, we trying to make people famous for the shit. For the dumb shit, bro. Like, let's stop doing that. Stop giving dumb people clout for the dumb shit that they do.
Right.
Like,
Agreed.
Bring back shaming for the dumb shit that motherfuckers do, because y'all be giving motherfuckers clout and praise for doing dumb shit, and then wonder why
They
they
don't deserve it.
that don't even deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Giving them millions of dollars, millions of clicks, millions of views for saying and doing dumb shit.
Yep.
Because they wanted to be famous. Like, nah, I don't like that, bro. Like, that's first of all, that's dangerous. Second of all, that's completely stupid. And third of all, just it's horrible. Like,
yep. He's an idiot.
You're taking away from the game, bro.
Yep.
Like, there's other people in that stadium around the world that paid to see a clean baseball game.
Yep.
And here you go inserting yourself in some shit that don't even got nothing to do with you.
Yep.
I always say, bro, a lot of people got main character syndrome, and I don't like
it. I agree.
You're the main character, big dog. All right. You feel me? But nonetheless, bro, shout out to the Dodgers. Let's hope that they can, if you are a Dodgers fan, let's hope that they can continue their dominance, continue their streaks. We'll see what happens in the offseason to see what kind of moves that they make. We'll see what kind of moves other teams make around the league, because as we understand that a lot of teams, like you said, they're going to get healthy. They're going to be starting to come back. So it's going to be interesting. I think a lot of with the movement of the A's and a lot of money going in, a lot of teams hiring different managers, a lot of teams retaining certain managers, hiring different pitching coaches because they need to go in a different direction, right?
You're gonna see the Red Sox. You're gonna see the Red Sox retool too.
Yeah, maybe moving off specific players because they're eating up contracts, you're eating up money, and we need to move off you because you're eating up too much money but haven't produced what we needed to produce. So we got to get some other guys in here, right? Like, it's just going to be a lot. So I think, hopefully, saying if you can, shoot, more power to you. But I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up, like Willie said, just being a one-off just because they caught lightning in the bottle, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But what do you think is next for the Yankees?
I think they made some changes to that pitching staff. Because they didn't really perform in the World Series the way I thought they would have.
True.
I think they made some changes there. I don't know if they changed skippers though necessarily. I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Because on the half of they did get there.
True.
But when they got there, they underperformed. And he's the only person that you could really look at to take accountability for. So
True.
I don't know. I don't know if they stay with them or they part ways. I don't know. To me, I think they should keep him.
Yeah.
But that might be too egregious for the front office because of expectations. They're the damn Yankees.
Yeah.
So excellence is something that they expect for themselves each and every year. And to get there and lose the way you lost, particularly the last game.
True.
I don't know if that's something that they want to have in their craw or not. So so I think those are the two things, maybe that change the skippers and work on that pitching staff because they just didn't perform at all what I thought they would do.
Yeah, I think that's fair, honestly. And I think by them retaining Aaron Boone, I think, like you said, they're built off excellence. They're built for excellence. They wake up in the morning and breathe, the air of their World Series trophies. You know what I'm saying? So they bask in the ambience. Like, yeah, we're gonna get another one, and once we start, it's gonna be hard to stop us. And I think that's what they're waiting for. But what the retention of Aaron Boone tells me is that he's not leaving until he wins. He's not going nowhere until he wins. He's not retiring. He's not going anywhere to another club. He's going to be a Yankee and probably going to retire as a Yankee.
And that also says that the front office has faith in him to win another championship too.
And they have faith in him to win. And I think that's the reason why you saying that they're going to go, that they might go into another direction as far as pitching goes. That tells me that's why he's still there, right? Because Aaron is not scared to make the big moves, the big splashes to get the guys that he needs to win, right? And he's not scared to move the big names in order to get other big names,
right?
So that he can win, or so that he can maintain competitiveness or competitiveness. So that's what that tells me, is that the Yankees are not. This isn't like the last time we're going to see the Yankees. Oh, the Yankees are no. Like Aaron Boone has came back and he's like, yeah, no, I'm coming back with a vengeance, because like now I see exactly what we have to do, the moves that we have to make, and
Yep.
oh yeah, it's up for sure. It's up for sure, and I think that's the reason. That's the real reason why, because we know, like, one thing from Aaron Boone, he's not taking no bullshit, and he will
hell no.
That he wants to get in there. And just like I was telling somebody on social media the other day via Twitter, if he wants to keep Juan Soto,
he gonna keep him.
He'll keep Juan Soto.
He'll keep him.
Like, let's not bullshit here. Let's not think it. If Boone wants Soto will still be a fucking Yankee. I promise you that.
Yep.
We got to stop with that narrative. And one more thing before we move on, because like I said, quick show. We're not gonna be here for too much longer. If you think that he is trading Aaron Judge based off this postseason and how bad it was, you got nothing coming.
Can you imagine, unless it was a deal that just blew you away? Can you imagine the backlash that would have in New York?
Take it?
Can you imagine, unless it's just a deal that's gonna like replenish you?
Something crazy.
Can you imagine the backlash that Yankees organization would face? They love Judge.
They love him.
It doesn't make any sense to move him.
It doesn't. And I've seen that a lot, on Twitter, especially after the World Series. I've been seeing it since Game 2, but it's really ramped up after the Game Series, or after the World Series. A lot of people thinking that because Boone came back and because of the kind of rocky relationship that they've always kind of had, that he may be eyeing to move Judge mainly to get up off that contract so we can get other guys in there, i.e. a pitcher and maybe some relief hitters, so that we can get a little stronger pen wise, so that we can compete with some other guys. But I'm thinking like, good luck, wishful thinking, bro.
Good luck with that. First of all, what team wants that contract? Number one, what team wants that contract? And number two, again, you gonna face, unless it's something huge, something crazy, that the city will turn. That's one thing about you. Watch the Knicks. You watch them Knicks fans, boy. My gosh, hell to pay with them Yankees, man. Hell to pay,
man. Them Yankees fans are.
I wouldn't move Judge. I wouldn't move Judge or Soto, to be honest.
And honestly, I think that's the right move. I'm not moving either one of those guys.
I'm not moving either one.
I'm riding off the coattails of my guys, and those two, they're my guys.
That's my foundation.
Exactly. So, and I do think they got a nice young player in Chisholm Jr.
They do.
I think he's really promising. So I think they got it. They just, got to make the right moves to expand it, right? Build on it.
Okay.
But yeah, like we said, congratulations to the Dodgers.
Number 8.
You guys can build on success.
Number 8,
man. Number 8. It's really big, man. Shoot. Pivoting a little bit, we're gonna preview tonight. Thursday night football, Texans and the Jets. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was on the train where I wanted Tay to do good just so we can get that better draft pick. But now I'm like, fuck it. I don't even care. Y'all suck, bro. The Jets are out. The J-E-T-S or ASS. You niggas suck, bro. Okay? I want y'all to know that. All right? Devontae, you left a team to go to a worse team. And at this point, Aaron Rodgers ain't even playing better than Gardner Minshew. So, I mean, you could have stayed. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, all right, we do got this the Houston Texans taking on the Jets. All right, CJ Stroud is without 2 of his top dynamic receivers right now in Nico Collins. I think he's gone. Pretty sure he's gone for the year. And they just lost Stephon Diggs. Yeah. So really, really light on offense as far as receivers, but
I
they
think they'll
still.
be fine though once
Yeah.
If Nico can come back,
Nico
I
can
think
come
they'll be
back before
fine.
playoffs. I think they should be good, but I think
Yeah.
they should still be good. You got Dario Gomawale, right? Who's looking more as a pass catching down back. Joe Mixon, who's your everyday running down back, especially now that he's starting to get healthy, right? You still got Tank Dell, who was the number one receiver last year prior to him getting hurt, and then Nico Collins kind of stepping up, right? You lose Noah Brown, we understand that, but you still do have a Dalton Schultz, and you still have a veteran in Robert Woods.
Yeah. I forgot about Robert Woods. Good call.
Yeah,
Woods.
Big Rob's still over there, man. Shout out to my USC Trojans. You know what I mean? So I think I'm with you, Willie. I think they're fine.
I think they'd be all right. The defense is good.
Yeah.
The secondary could be a little bit better, but the defense is good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think they'll be fine, particularly against the Jets.
Yeah. Most definitely against the Jets.
I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be all right. Might have to look, be careful Breece Hall doesn't break one, but other than that, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, honestly. And we know the Jets need a win. We know the Colts are coming off a big or a close win last week, but yeah, no, I don't really care how quote unquote good the Jets defense is right now. Your offense
not the same.
Yeah,
it's not
your
the
offense
same,
bro. You guys can't fucking score, which is crazy, by the way. But I've said this everywhere Nathaniel Hackett goes, offense does not. Offense does not, okay? Offense, the offensive mind is fast, but he is very faster, okay? He does not know what the fuck to do whenever the fuck he gets behind the helms of any type of coaching. So I think that's the ultimate problem, and I think they just fucking suck. You guys can't get the run game established. Your O-line is horrible. Your receivers apparently don't like to play football. They just like to show up in green and white and get their ass whipped on Sundays.
I think another thing too, when you look at that team, I think it's the fact that it's a fractured team back in that locker room, and I think that's the biggest deal. They don't want to be there. A lot of those guys still support Robert Saleh. They should see him go. I think a lot of it's just the locker room is fractured, and it's not a good chemistry right now because that team is so disjointed. It's not even funny right now. So, like I say, and then the one problem, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. Aaron Rodgers want to blame everybody, but he don't want to look at himself in the mirror. He don't want to, and he don't want to call it out. But that's the problem. Aaron, look in the mirror, and you'll see the problem. The problem with you, sir. The problem is with you.
Yeah, and I think you brought up the biggest point, bro. Like
it ain't nobody else. Look in that mirror.
Yeah, go ahead, look in that mirror, Playboy, real quick, like this. Yeah,
real quick, and take a self-assessment of yourself. And once you realize that you the problem, then you can go and make some changes and correct things. But until you do that, ain't nothing gonna change. Nothing.
Your ego, big dog. It's your ego, man. And I think you brought up the biggest point is that locker room is done. That locker room is fed up. I think main person they're fed up with is Aaron Rodgers, bro. Right. And this is a guy who, you know what I'm saying, who I consider like he was one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league, going back a few years ago. But yeah, no, you legitimately ruined the logistics, the dynamic, the motion of this team, bro. Like Zach Wilson had this team, moving at a better pace, at a more fluid pace than Aaron is, right? So I'm just like, hey, I think like you said, a lot of guys are still Robert Saleh guys. A lot of guys probably weren't Aaron Rodgers guys when coming in. So it's just going to be interesting to see how that team proceeds forward, proceeds going forward, especially head coach wise, right? And then especially offensive coordinator wise, because there's no way Nathaniel Hackett can keep a job after this.
Despite all that talent you got,
you got a lot of talent, and
that make it even worse.
Yeah, you guys aren't competitive in the slightest. You guys have had 3 holdouts, and every single one of every single one of your holdouts has came back to turmoil. So I see a lot of guys moved even before the trade before this offseason and before the trade deadline. It's going to be a lot of names that are going to be
Oh yeah,
in New York anymore. But yeah, shout out to you guys. I just hope you guys get exactly what you deserve.
Y'all get ready.
Win like 3 more games so we can get a better draft position, because right now y'all got a better draft position than us. I think you guys are 7th pick for like the 8th. So y'all need to win like 1 more game, and we need to keep losing. So you feel me? I'm telling you, tank for Shador. All right, y'all know me. Y'all know how I'm coming. Raiders, tank for Shador. All right, I don't expect us to win another goddamn game around this campus. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
At all. All right. Now, we previewed the NFL game tonight. One other thing that I wanted to get into. Oh, yes. One last thing that I wanted to get into before we get up out of here. Who do you think needs what team or what contender? Because we all know the Ravens traded for Deontay Johnson. Me and Mel are going to talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. But what other team, contender, do you think needs to make a trade in order to secure their spot either in the AFC Championship and or the Super Bowl?
Real quick, all I do is talk about the Deontay Johnson trade. I don't get it, because one thing I thought the Ravens didn't need was offense. Because when you go back and you look at it, yeah, Rashad Bateman did have a pass that hit him in the chest and he didn't catch it. This is true. This is true. But overall, when you think of offense, look at that team. Lamar, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. I mean, offense is not your problem. What you need to work on is that doggone defense, because that defense used to be feared and it used to be more disciplined. Now it's a leaky defense and they're making mistakes. Old boy would have caught that interception against Cleveland last week. The game was over.
Kyle Hamilton, that's on you, big dog.
Kyle Hamilton, that's on you, bro. That's on you. You would have caught that interception. Game over. Ain't nobody talking about James. Ain't nobody talking about Cedric Tillman. Ain't nobody talking about none of them. They talking about y'all winning another game.
I mean, shoot.
They need to fix that defense. That's the thing they need to do.
A lot of mistakes.
Yeah. If I'm looking at everything the right way, I'm gonna be egregious for saying this, but I just think the 49ers corners are trash, and I think they need to go out there and get a better cornerback. I really think they need to get a better corner. That secondary trash. That front seven is fantastic. That front seven is fantastic. I will always say that. But that secondary is trash. It's trash. Go and get you another corner to get back there. And you'll be where you might get there without it. But I'd love to see a better cornerback back there for the 49ers. That secondary is trash. Ain't no way in the world they should have let the Cowboys come back like that. No way in the world. That secondary trash. They need to fix it and fix it quick.
That shit is hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That yeah.
But that front seven is awesome. You need to fix that.
Front seven is awesome though. The front seven
fix that back in. You need to fix that back in, because if you ain't gonna get the quarterback, them corners ain't gonna hold.
Oh man, that was great. Yep, I'm not gonna lie to you. That was absolutely great.
I'm still trying to figure out how CD got that last one.
I mean,
he was.
It's crazy because he was wide open on both.
Wide open. How? What?
And then the cool part about this was the fact that they had 2 rookies that they just drafted this year starting, because Tre'Davious Ward and their other corner, Diamond Lenore. They were out. So they had 2 rookies in there. And man, y'all see the struggles, dog. They was running into each
Trash.
other. They was. I'm talking about CD. He could have been doing jumping jacks back there.
Yeah, he could have been jumping jack, jump rope, get the barbells out,
Oh
do
man.
everything. Call his
Oh
mama,
man.
talk to his mama. It was wide open.
Oh man. Hey, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I looked at that game and I was like, oh yeah, they got this in the bag. Looked up a few plays later. CD in the end zone twice by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm. And
This
again, another team that don't need off. They need eyes to get healthy. Don't get me wrong, Juwan
Mhm.
Debo Samuel, Ayuk out for the year. But
Yeah.
once you guys healthy, that's going to be a team that doesn't need offense. That second, if anything's going to kill them, it's going to be that secondary.
Yeah, I think so.
Your front seven can't get to the quarterback. Even that can kill you.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh man, I'm just glad somebody else said it because every time I say it, I get deemed as a hater.
Yeah, the hater. Yeah,
A lot of people, oh, you just a hate, bro. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying.
it's trash.
Okay, niggas was but it's just me. Okay, and Willie.
Yeah.
So thank you, Willie. But I think that there's one team that needs to make a move as of right now to maintain either competitiveness or kind of solidify their spot. I think it's the Lions, and I know they look really good offensively. You know, putting up 50 points on people. Yeah, sure, that's great. But and their defense has been playing very, very well. But looking at the output, I do think that y'all should try to make a splash for Myles Garrett.
And they need another receiver now that Jameson Williams will more than likely, I don't think it's happened yet, but he'll more than likely be suspended. More than likely.
Yeah,
For his shenanigans.
Continued shenanigans. I just think that he needs to stay in the house and I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if I was a professional athlete, bro, that's where I would be. I would not be outside. You would not never.
I don't get it.
Outside.
We talked about this on my show. The NFL is not a right; it's a privilege.
And professional sports is
exactly, and that's the thing you need. You need to handle that with care. And off the field is the most important part of it. Yes, on the field is important, but what's more important is off the field, because off the field you're representing that shield.
Yep.
And how many times have we heard there's no player bigger than that shield?
Every time.
Good what they'll suspend your ass for some stupid stuff. Stupid stuff.
Stupid. Just
stupid stuff.
Stay your ass in the crib.
Yeah.
You ain't missing nothing.
I love it, man.
You got time.
He need a mentor or something.
He need
a mentor or something.
I decide hire me, sign me up. You feel me? They relate to me. I got tattoos on my face, tattoos everywhere. I smoke weed. I'm just saying, I'm gonna have them in the crib. They ain't gonna go no goddamn where. We're gonna be in the crib watching film. Like, I'm just saying, like, stay in the house. You feel me? And on top of that, check your entourage, check the others. Because others will get you in trouble.
I.e. Michael Vick.
You know what I'm saying? I.e. Michael Vick. Shit, even Jameson Williams in this case, right? Like, you letting your brother use the car, and I understand where you live at. Trust me, my pops is from out there. I got a lot of family out there. Graham still live out there in the D. I understand the logistics. I understand the ins and outs of Detroit. So trust me, I understand when you get pulled over, sometimes you might have to be riding with some things on you. Trust me, I get it. And with how a lot of athletes have been susceptible to getting shot by random bystanders and stuff like that. Like I said, hey, I support the Second Amendment, but you gotta be smooth and you gotta be careful and you gotta move a certain way when you're a professional athlete. It just is what it is. You're not a regular smuggler person anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're a professional athlete. You represent not only the NFL, but the Detroit Lions. You represent a lot more than you were representing before, even in college. So you have to just move smart and understand that, you know, people are looking at you in a different eye now. They're looking at you under a different lens. So stay your ass in the crib, bro. Can't nothing happen if you stay home.
And then it make it 10 times worse. You're a black man. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nothing happen if you stay home. Stay home. Stay off the internet. And keep your hands off your wife, bro. And I promise you're gonna be good.
You're gonna be good. You're gonna be
You
good.
know what I mean? Like, stay home, stay off the internet, and stay away from the hoes. I promise you gonna be solid.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with that.
Take this into consideration and understand. Like I said, a wise man once told me, dog. Shout out to my boy TJ Ewan. Okay, can't nothing happen if you at the crib.
Yeah.
What trouble you gonna get into at the crib, man? You feel me? Unless you really on some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? To where the police got to get called to your crib.
Yeah.
You can't get in trouble with others
at home.
You at the crib by your motherfucking self doing what you're supposed to be fucking doing. So that's all I'm saying is, just be smart, fellas. Be smart when you got the position or when you're in the position that you are in. Because like Willie said, bro, being in the NFL, it's not a right. It's a privilege. Playing professional sports is a privilege.
Yep.
Like you were looked at not only as a superstar, as a role model, but as an investment.
And then the thing about it that kills me, he was just coming back and starting to do some good things.
Just got back, dog. Just got back, brother. Like, come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. You can't take away his talent as an athlete, but you can still take away that position.
Yep. Come on, man. Y'all gotta be smarter. But I think if I want to see anybody make a move, I want to say the Lions, try to get a Myles Garrett. You pair that with the Aiden Hutchinson. I think you guys have a recipe for success. But Willie brings up a good point. If you guys just so happen to lose Jameson Williams, look at T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to be moved. He wants to go to a competitor.
Yep.
Might be a good spot for him.
Might be a good spot.
So just looking at the outlook of the NFL season, that's kind of where we're at right now. We
Don't forget we got that quarterback change in Indy too.
That quarterback change in Indy, which we will definitely get into a lot more tomorrow. I will say this one thing real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hand it off to Willie, and then we're gonna get some final thoughts. But I will say this one thing real motherfucking quick. And this is a message for all young athletes, okay? If you ever get asked why you tapped out of the game, lie. That better be the only time you fucking lie.
Yep.
That better be
right.
I don't care if it's a finger. Look, my finger is permanently bent because I done broke all my goddamn finger. I don't care if it's a finger. I don't care if you got a hangnail. You feel me? Like I don't care if you gassed hot, bro. No professional athlete should ever utter the words, "I was tired."
Yep.
None.
There's things you can live with. There's things you can live with. If you can't make a play, I can live with that. If you miss a pass, I can live with that. If you miss a read, a lead to interception, I can live with that. I can't live with you quitting.
Because
you tired? Really?
And it's crazy because like I said, me and Mel gonna cook this tomorrow. But what's crazy is you did that, and then you had like an hour and a half to think of a good guy. You could have called your mama and be like, "Mom, what do I tell these people? Like, what do I tell them? Brother, you said you tapped out because you was tired, G."
And now you just changed your own narrative because now everybody's saying you're a bust.
I mean, I've been saying that he was ass since he came out of Florida, but that's just me. But
I think though, he needs to be more of a Taysom Hill type of player. I think that's what he needs to be. I don't think he's good as a full-time QB, but if you can bring him in as a kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none type of player, because he's a hell of an athlete. But he's just the example that the best athlete is not always your quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've always said this. He's an athletic Cardell Jones.
Yeah.
Strong arm, more athletic. He can run.
And chuck the ball 60 with no problem.
Yeah, most definitely. A flick of the wrist. But can't read a defense to save his goddamn life.
Nope. And can't make an intermediate throw.
Can't make an intermediate throw. Can't make. I mean, he can make a long throw. He may overthrow you, but he can make a long throw. Can't make a short throw. Can't throw a receiver open. It's a lot, but yeah.
I know Josh Downs and Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman. They ain't gonna tell you on TV because they don't want to throw their quarterback under the bus. But
I would at this point.
I would too. I ain't gonna say a lie. I would too. I don't think they'll do it, but I would.
I'm for sure throwing him under the bus. Bitch ass nigga, he was tired. What the fuck?
I know I would.
I am?
But plus the fact of the matter is this. It makes him look like they're not good football players because the quarterback can't get the ball to him in most spots.
Exactly.
But now you got Joe Flacco coming out there. They got 88 and a half years old, but can move your offense better than you can. So now all of a sudden, Pittman, Josh Downs, Pierce, all of a sudden, now those boys are gonna come more into relevance, and it's gonna also help Jonathan Taylor out too. So addition by subtraction. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Shit. Hey, like I said, dog. If you ever in your natural black life admit that you was tired again on live television, boy, what? Live. Like, I'm not talking. This wasn't even directly after the game. Nigga, you did it during the press conference.
Yeah. I hurt my elbow. I hurt my elbow.
I got turf
toe.
Back spasms. I had a headache like Percy Harvin used to have. Something.
Yeah. I got a migraine.
Something. You don't ever in your life go up in front of all them damn white peoples and tell them that you was tired. A good, young, healthy Negro like you.
I appreciate the fact that he told the truth, but damn, man, come on, you got that, man. You better embellish that shit. Embellish that shit.
I'm trying to tell you, you better go up there and tell a lie. Hey,
big time lie.
2 truths and a lie. You feel me?
Big time lie. I felt some tightness in my Achilles.
Yeah, shit. One of my cleats fell off, nigga. I don't know, shit.
Something.
Jalen Hurts. Hey, I came out here with a wrong shoe on. I don't know. But
man,
bro, you gotta give me something better than I'm tired.
Yeah,
bro.
Don't say I'm tired, man. Because now you done gave all these white media-led folks all kind of ammunition.
Bro, what?
Pat McAfee. McAfee, you done gave him ammunition for years about you with that one comment. That one comment. Ain't no gonna carry it from weight because he used to punt for him.
That's crazy because you was tired, man.
You were tired, man. Come on, man.
I ain't never
seen that before. Never seen it.
Ever. That goes up there with Kawhi saying that he quit the Olympics, gang. Like, what? Can you do that?
You better, man. He should have came up with that lie. He was on the ground. He was on the ground. He put his hands out for his teammates. Y'all help me up. Walk off with a limp, man. Walk off with a limp.
I'd have caught a cramp instantly.
Walk off with a limp, dog. Walk off with a limp.
I'd have to roll off the field or some shit, man. Like, y'all
got to take me to the blue tent.
Man, you feel me? I got up, tapped on my head, and then passed out or some shit. You feel me? Yep. I don't know. Like, you gotta do something.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah, gotta do something.
I don't know, like tap on your head and then dip to the locker room. You feel me?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to the locker room. Something's going on. I don't know, but you tapped on your head and went to sit down like Kaepernick was at the beginning of his protest. Big dog. Big dog. Look,
you can't do that, man. You can't. You can't.
You cannot do it, bro. I'm sorry.
Man, you done gave Pat McAfee, Mike Greenberg.
Yeah. You feel me?
All them.
Pause. Dog. Like, I'm surprised somebody didn't slap you, nigga. What the fuck? Somebody what? You tired? Get your ass.
Boy, you better be glad. You better be glad Jeff Saturday wasn't up in there because he would have done it. He would have been the man to do it.
All I gotta say is you better be glad that you didn't have the teammates that was on the Seattle Seahawks on your team because they would pack you out talking about you tired. That's a crazy. It's a lot of you athletes out here making crazy statements. Okay, I don't know what kind of juice or alcohol or you know what I'm saying. Well, I don't know what y'all got in your system, but y'all gotta start lying again.
Yeah.
Like all this truth is getting y'all. Y'all gotta start lying again, bro. You feel me? Like I don't know what it is, but y'all gotta start lying again, bro. I know Cat Williams said this the age and the year of truth, but no. Y'all gotta start lying again, bro.
If the media think you lying, let that be their deduction. Let them think that. Let them announce that.
Let us believe the lies, brother. We've been doing this since the beginning of time. We okay.
Exactly. If they think you lying, they'll bring it out. Stephen A. You know Stephen A. He's lying. He's lying. Shannon Sharp, he lying. Let be the ones to bring it out. You don't got to do that shit.
The truth will come out soon, but right now we don't need it.
Yep.
We don't need that shit right now, nigga. What the fuck talking about? Nah, bro.
We'll get the truth 3 weeks down the line by the time the thing forgotten.
Literally, like, come on, bro. That you wild for that. You wild for that. But like we said, only gonna be here for just about an hour. We just hit an hour, so go ahead, kick us off with them final thoughts, Willie Main.
All right. First of all, fuck Rod Manford. Second of all, shout out to my Chicago Bulls. Right now we're third in the Eastern Conference. That shit ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last.
It's all good.
But right now they good.
Boys basketball, man. You feel me?
Yeah. Right now they good. So we'll see how far they go. So shout out to the Bulls. 2 20-point comebacks. They got the Brooklyn Nets tonight, so that could be another win. You can catch me on the Geek Gauntlet podcast this Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, on our YouTube and Twitch channel. And you can also catch me Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern on the Sports Report. We'll be on YouTube, we'll be on Twitch, and we'll also be on Northeast Streaming Sports on the Roku channel. But definitely check us out.
Yes, sir. Like my boy said, make sure y'all go catch his Geek Gauntlet podcast show, and make sure you guys catch the Monday Sports Report show. It comes on legitimately right after B2B, right after Basket to Basket. You cannot miss it. You feel me? Turn on the notification things on the left corner. You feel me? You're gonna see us pop up, and about an hour after we pop up, he gonna pop up.
We'll pop up.
So I'm telling you, it's simultaneously. Y'all ain't got shit to do on Mondays. You feel me? It's late after the Monday night games, so you'll be solid. Come in, have a seat, have a drink, get some popcorn and chill. Listen to my family sit up here and talk some sports, man, because they're gonna get you nice and entertained. Okay. Now, on the other side of things, right? The Geek Gauntlet podcast, make sure you guys go tune into that. You feel me? Because with anime, with comics, anything geek, video games, all of that, bro. Make sure that y'all go tune it in. Because my boy, he got it going on. They got a nice little dope crew over there. They're fire. Okay. Very vibrant. Great energy every single show. I'm telling you guys, it's really a great time over there. So make sure y'all go check that out.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you guys follow all the rest of the shows throughout the rest of the week. Basket to Basket Monday. We had a really dope round of 32 yesterday for Gentlemen's Talk. 32 best Halloween / horror movies. So make sure you guys go check that out. We also got another round of 32 coming at y'all really, really soon. So be on the lookout for that. But yes, that is Gentlemen's Talk. We will be back at our regular time next week for PVT. 7 o'clock Eastern, even though I kind of like doing it in the daytime, so we might be keeping it fluctuating. Who knows? But we're back at regular time for PVT. Inside the Huddle, gonna be back talking that ish. Make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys tap in. And we're gonna see y'all next week, man. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna see y'all next week. Make sure y'all catch us soon. Peace.
Later.